In southern Africa, there are only 1,700 still alive. Thousands of miles away in this convention hall in Texas, the Dallas Safari Club says it has a way of helping save this ancient beast. The group will auction off a permit from the Namibian government to hunt and kill one black rhino. The club's executive director, Ben Carter, says sacrificing one animal for the greater good is smart conservation.
It's going to be able to raise more money than any other way you could do it to help provide for all the conservation needs that we need for the black rhino.
The auction has sparked death threats, which the FBI is investigating, along with a vicious debate over how to save this endangered species. Critics call the auction a sad joke.
Marcia, tell us where you're joining us from.
I'm sitting in Swakopmund, Namibia, in Africa.
Marcia Fargnoli is CEO of Save the Rhino Trust and works with the Namibian government to protect the rhinos.
Do you agree with this tactic, the way they're doing it?
I personally don't agree. This is actually saying that one rhino is worth dead much more than it is alive.
The black rhino hunting permit will be auctioned off Saturday night. It's a closed event. You have to have a special ticket to get in. No cameras will be allowed inside. Organizers say it's to protect the identity of the bidders. The Dallas Safari Club estimates the permit could sell for as much as $250,000, even up to $1 million. The Dallas Safari Club says all of the money will be donated to Namibia's conservation efforts to save the black rhino, and that the government has picked a handful of rhinos that can be targeted by the hunter who wins the auction.
They've already picked out 2 or 3 black rhino males that are old, non-breeding males. They're not contributing to the population anymore. In fact, black rhinos are very territorial and they're very aggressive. And they actually are detrimental to the population when they get old like that. They're like a cranky old man.
But animal conservation groups say it would be better to keep the rhino alive and raise money through tourism, selling the opportunity to see these animals up close in the wild.
I can't state strongly enough how perverse this is to say that killing this animal is the best thing for these animals. It is a critically endangered species.
The black rhino is in the crosshairs of controversy, and both sides say they're doing what's best for this wild beast. Ed Lavendera, CNN, Dallas.
Well, tonight's auction has plenty of critics. Our next guest is one of them, John Zaller. He created Crash, an exhibition to save the rhinos. It's a traveling exhibit designed to raise awareness about rhino poaching. John joins me on the phone from Lansing, Michigan. So, John, let me just get your initial reaction to what's happening tonight.
Well, it's really a contradiction for conservation. There is really no way that you can say that you're going to honor something or preserve something by killing it.
So, but this is, let me tell you, I've got 2 interesting points, even coming out of Namibia. The government there actually said to hunt a black rhino is not taken lightly. Only old geriatric bulls, which are marginalized in the population and do not contribute to reproduction, are trophy hunted.
Well, you're sending a mixed message in terms of if you're going to conserve or if you're going to, kill off. And when you take that stance, you're creating a controversial stance that contradicts itself. So really, what it comes down to is you can't have it both ways in terms of conservation. I would challenge the Dallas Safari Club to only auction off that license to someone who promises not to use it. That would be a wiser way to raise this awareness, that there is the potential to kill a rhino through these licenses that are issued by the Namibian government, but that will not be a step that is taken.
So I guess there is the possibility that someone could buy the permit and never use it. But let me ask you, is there any danger to the hunter here?
It's my understanding that in terms of them being, how do you mean?
You know, let's say someone buys this permit and wants to go and hunt the rhinoceros. You know, is it a dangerous animal? With the
surroundings that any big game hunter has, and the escort that any big game hunter has, they are not in any danger at all. And I think that's another position or another issue about big game hunting, that there really isn't a lot of hunting involved. It's more trackers that take you to the spot, tell
and
you where to shoot.
Kill the animal. All right, let me ask you this, because the Safari Club is saying this is the best way to support the population of black rhinos, going on to say, we know it's the right way to do it. We're relying on science and biologists. This is the best way to support the population of black rhinos. You obviously disagree with that. What do you say to them? What is the best way?
Well, the best way is to raise the issue, which they have done for us in an absurd way, and is to grow the community reserves and grow the country's natural reserves so that the rhinos can both be conserved and the people of Namibia can benefit from the tourism dollars that would come through by having these rhinos still alive and not threatened. You've got a declining population of rhinos, of black rhinos, a little over 5,000 alive in the wild today, that could be nurtured to increase the population in Namibia and increase tourism. You're looking at approximately $7 million in annual U.S. dollars in annual tourism to Namibia, and that can increase, and it can also increase the economic well-being of the people who are part of those reserves and part of those community programs.
John Zaller, I appreciate you calling in. We're going to follow the auction, see what happens, see how much that permit goes for, and we're going to follow up. Thanks, John.
Thank you.